Comedy Show! Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show. I'm your host, Andy. Today we got a very special guest. She's a comedian, model, ambassador for Fashion Nova, probably a lot more. But anyways, give it up for Stevona Delgado. Did I say it right?
Yes, Stevona Delgado. Thank you for making me your first female guest.
Woo, shout out first female. We needed diversity here, so thank you.
I'm
we
glad.
we had two Mexican dudes and a black dude. Now we have a Latina, you're Latinx? Latina comedian. So we just checked off a few boxes. We're good. But anyways, thanks for coming out here.
Yeah, it's
Shout out
cool.
to your cousin for showing up too. She brought her bodyguard. What is his name again?
Sunny Delgado. Everybody knows Sunny. I take Sunny with me everywhere. Sunny is my bodyguard. He's my assistant. And he just makes sure that I'm on time to places. He makes sure, like, on the way over here, I thought that my car was breaking down, but it was just alerting me that I needed an oil change. And I had to, like, pull over on the freeway today. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I didn't have a son, because I was freaking out. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get back on the freeway. It was so scary to get back on the freeway. I was so scared.
I feel like every time, like, life's good, something's wrong with my car. Like, my wife's battery died the other day. I took it to get to charge it, and it was charged. I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? And we put it back in, tested it out. Everything's fine. So, mystery. No. Maybe she left her dome lights on. I don't know. She doesn't remember, but I hate dealing with cars.
Cars will really fuck your day up.
Hey, but
Cars can really fuck your day up.
I've learned how to to deal with cars just because I've dealt with shitty cars my whole life. I've always had crappy cars, and then YouTube videos taught me how to do a lot of shit. So yeah, I have a newer car now. I don't have to touch it now, thank God. But for years I had to deal with fucking batteries, tires, oil change, all kinds of bullshit. But anyways,
YouTube taught you how to have a better car?
how to fix my cars.
Like,
change the brakes, do all that shit. Like, you can do a lot of the DIY stuff on there, so yeah.
Yeah, I know. I gotta hit up my homegirl Vanessa. Shout out Vanessa. She be helping me with my car. She's a mechanic. She knows stuff about cars, so I just be taking it to her and she be helping me.
Like I said, dealing with shitty cars, I could hear when problems, like, I know what sounds like what. It's like, so yeah. Having shitty Hondas my whole life has kind of helped me out a bit. But anyways, you just got a new car. What'd you get?
I got a Honda CRV.
How much do you save in gas now?
I don't know. I haven't actually filled it to the top yet. I put in $50.
It didn't take 50?
It did, but it was at full, but not. It didn't hit its like full capacity. You know how it's like it'll be
what
full,
gas
but it'll
stations
be more.
do you go to?
I went to 76. I should have gassed up at Costco.
There's a 7-Eleven over. I've never done Costco. I could never commit to that line.
It goes fast. I don't understand. You just chill in the line, scroll on your phone. It goes by very fast. It's 2 at a time. It looks like it takes a long time, but it's so worth it because when I would gas up at Costco, I would be able to fill up on like 100 or less. And when this was pre Honda CRV when I was driving my Mamalona, I would get charged like 100 or less. But when I would go anywhere else, like Chevron or 76 or something, it was like always 120, 125. So it would save me a lot of money.
I just go to the 7-Eleven by my house. There's a gas station, 7-Eleven. I just put like 30 or 40 bucks in. Usually fills it close enough. But like you said, it doesn't hit the top. But yeah. When I first got that car, I got it like in 2022. It was like $25 to fill up. Now it's like 40 something. But yeah.
Yeah, I worked at Chevron gas station and I didn't even gas up there because it was too much. I couldn't afford it.
You guys didn't get employee discount?
No, I wish.
Did you ever get anything free there?
I mean, we ate the snacks for sure.
I used to work shitty jobs. Like I used to work like when I was in high school. I worked Subway, Denny's, and I worked security. That was pretty cool. I worked security at a hotel. I've seen a lot of drunks and. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I really liked working at Chevron. Chevron was probably my favorite job just because it was so chill. Like, if you want a job where you just don't really do much,
You gotta fill the Gatorades up.
work at a gas station. Work at a gas station.
I've always wanted to get a job like at a movie theater or like In and Out, some shit like that. When I was in high school, I could never get a job there. Like they'd never hire me.
Oh, yeah. Nobody ever hired me either for my first job at all. So I ended up getting a job at McDonald's.
Yeah, Subway was my
They
first
took
job
me.
because I knew like 3 dudes that worked there and they got me in. And that was it.
Oh my gosh. And don't those jobs really humble the fuck out of you?
Well, I used to work like 40 hours a week and make like $200. This is
Oh, you were being exploited,
this is
Andy.
I'm older than you. This is when minimum wage was like
Woo.
$6.25.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So a 40-hour check was $200 after taxes. Like 214 was my average. 40 hours a week in high school. But I was like, fuck, man. I'm like, and then eventually I got a job working security, and I was making like $9 an hour. And I thought I was a baller. I was getting paid every 2 weeks, so I'd get paid like $600 every 2 weeks, and I thought I was a boss. Like, but yeah, that job was cool. But once I got out of the whole like minimum wage bracket, I've never looked back. Like, they complain now, like minimum wage is like what, $20 now. Like, fuck, I wish.
Is it $20 right now?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it has to be $20 because things are just so expensive right now. Went to where did I go? I went to Walmart and I had this like tote, and I didn't even need. I was just getting like restocks of stuff that like little things like bagels and you know fruit.
Where'd you get that kind of money?
The tote wasn't even filled up. $71. I'm like,
Yeah, my daughter, she's 15. Every time we go to the store, she wants something. Like makeup, she's into makeup now, and she wants makeup. She wants clothes. Like, I'm like, God damn! Like, you're gonna get a job soon. She's almost 16. Like, you're gonna realize. I'm gonna make her get a job. Make her realize like how expensive shit is. Like, we go out. I hate going out to eat, but we do once in a while. But they love McDonald's, Cane's. Fucking expensive. Like,
Cane's is expensive, and that's my shit too. So I understand. I understand.
fuck you, McDonald's. I don't like the food anymore. Like, as you get older, like I don't like the food at all. But my kids love chicken nuggets.
Sunny hasn't ate McDonald's in 13 years, right? 13 years.
My daughter hates you. They love McDonald's, man. They got kids hooked on that shit. But
The drugs.
like McDonald's was the place you go to when you were broke and you didn't have money, and you can spend $20 and feed the family. Now it's like $40, and I'm just buying them food. Like, cause me and my wife, we don't really fuck with McDonald's, so I'll buy the kids McDonald's or Cane's, and we're spending $30 or $40. I'm like, God damn, like what the hell's going on with McDonald's? Like I heard a lot of them are closing down now, but good, fuck them, you know.
Are they? Ooh. Oh no. Let me tighten this.
Technical difficulties.
Oh my gosh.
You're good.
Okay.
Is it not tightening?
No, we got it. I'm just okay. We're good. Are they? I feel like McDonald's will never close down.
Well, they're like
That's America's favorite.
they're having like
I hate to say
they're
it.
having record
but
low sales, so like they're just losing money, like losing profits. But yeah, I know some closed down in Oakland, but maybe that's just because it's ghetto out there.
Oh yeah, lots of things are closing down in Oakland. You can't even exist in Oakland.
I
If
think
you breathe in Oakland, you'll get fucked up.
I think In and Out closed out there too.
Yes. I think they opened one and then they like closed it I could be wrong, but I think they opened one and then they just closed it immediately.
You know what? When I like shopping anymore is Walmart. Like a lot of the Walmarts, everything's locked up. Like I want a pair of boxers, locked up. I want an air freshener, locked up. I'm like, and then every time I go there, I'm like, I have to push the button, wait 30 or 40 minutes, and like nobody comes by, and I'm like, excuse me, does anybody have a key? Like, oh, the guy's on lunch or something. Like nobody ever has a fucking key. Like, so yeah.
I know all the looters really they fucked it up for all of us. They
Yeah.
took the fun out of it.
So my boxers have been holy for a while because I've been attempting to buy boxers.
No, I get it because you want to touch them and you want to feel them before you purchase them, and you want to go through all the other ones and see what's in the back, and you can't do that anymore. You just are like window shopping,
Yeah.
so it's like you don't get to experience it, so you don't spend your money on it. But I mean, I understand it. People are. I don't understand it because I'm like people are looting, and I get it, but no, it's expensive. It's like.
I feel pressured when I'm standing there and they have the key and they open the whatever and like, oh, I'm just gonna grab this one right here, and then they take it and they put it. Now they put it. Walmart puts them in like a plastic, like remember back in the
Yeah,
day.
they did that to me, and I had to return something.
Remember how like when they did like DVDs back in the day, or whatever, like they would put them in like it's like a special lockbox. I bought a button-up T-shirt and they put it in a lockbox. I had to carry this with me to the fucking register.
Ooh, that's ghetto.
I was like, oh my god, Walmart.
Yeah, I think in San Dimas and Sunny's, I don't think they're as locked up, and I take advantage. San Dimas is a little bit better of a city. Go to a little bit like the nicer cities. Yeah.
The Fontana one's not good at all.
No. Fontana doesn't really have a bad rep. I mean, a good rep.
The Target's beautiful right here. I don't know if you guys passed it getting off the freeway, but it's a beautiful.
It's
Target.
beautiful where you are. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But
go 2 blocks down, it's a whole nother scene down there.
yes, I've heard some stories. I used to drive to Fontana actually and sell life insurance. That's so funny.
There's when we first moved here.
I used to go inside strangers' houses.
When we first moved here, there's a Taco Bell down the way, and somebody robbed the Bank of America next to it, and the cops like shot him up in the trash can of Taco Bell. So Taco Bell was like shut down for a long time. So when we moved in here, we like wanted to get something quick to eat, and they're like, "Oh no, we're temporarily closed." I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" And then I seen an article that the guy robbed Bank of America, and then he went into Taco Bell to like try to blend in and hide, and they found him. And he went into the trash cans, and they lit him up in the trash cans. So like, yeah, it's fucking sad.
Crazy.
A murder just happened recently too, down Cherry. There's a Vaughn's down there.
Yeah.
Some dude, just some crazy person, had like a pipe and was like hitting people with it, and the cops showed up and lit him up too. I was like, God damn. Like,
crazy. I don't be walking the streets no more.
yeah, like I was like thinking about that shit. I'm like, damn, that's like fucking not even 5 minutes away from here. It's kind of sketchy. No matter where you live, it's a nice area or not. Like shit's everywhere, you know.
Yeah, especially the homeless people. The homeless people are freaking out, and I feel so bad because I really do try to be like Jesus, and I try to love the poor, and I try to love the sick, and I try to love the, the mentally ill, but they just be scaring me sometimes. Like they just
like
be
in
scaring me.
LA,
sometimes.
the last time I went to the Comedy Store, I went to the open mic there, and I had to pay at a little street down the way to park. You know, the parking sucks out there, right? So I paid like $15 to park at some random's place, and it's like 1 a.m. I'm leaving the mic, and then there was a dude like overdosing behind my car.
No,
like on the ground, like I thought it was an old dude, but it was just a younger dude. But he had like really blonde hair. It looked gray, but it was really blonde. But he was overdosed behind, and there was a crowd of people around him. And I'm like, the only way
you're like, can you guys just scoot him back this way so I can back out?
The only way to get out, I had to do like Austin Powers, like like slowly turn. Cause I'm like, it's 1 a.m. I gotta go home. Like it's fucking. I'm out here in LA.
Kids?
Yeah, I gotta go home.
You don't got time to play.
So I was like, fuck. So I just slowly started inching out, and then I drove off. But they were still checking on it. But yeah, he was like I think he was homeless, but he was overdosing behind my car, and I was just like, fuck, man, I need to get the fuck out of here. But LA's sketchy now.
Oh, it's disgusting, and that's what you witness is it on the daily, and people want to move here so bad, and they glamorize it so bad, and people will move to LA and put themselves in debt just to say they live in LA, because truth be told, it's not the best. I could see it if public transportation was easier over there, but it's not. Like the city doesn't even put money into public transportation to make like more buses or like subways, make it easier for people to travel around there. It's still really hard to get around in LA, you know?
I've never been to I've gone to concerts in Hollywood a lot. The Whiskey, I used to go to concerts a lot, and I've never been, besides the Comedy Store, I've been to a few clubs out there, but I've never actually went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame and walked around. So like a few years ago, I took my wife and kids over there like to go look around. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like it was just bums everywhere. Like every store had a security guard, armed security guard, and like some bum was trying to fight a security guard, and I was just like, I felt so embarrassed because like I've never been out there like until I was an adult, and then I brought my wife and kids, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like maybe I think my wife had gone when she was a kid, and like, it was
we're
cool.
in Hollywood, babies.
I wanted to show them. We wanted to walk around and look at stuff, like go to the theaters out there and just like sightsee, like tourism shit. But I was like,
please believe it or not.
I was like, can you imagine like people who come from like other countries or something like that, and they come out here and then they're like, what the fuck? Because the way they film shit on TV, they get the good shots, the good camera angles, because ain't nothing nice out there. It's fucking disgusting.
But then again, a lot of the people who don't live here move here to have free will, and the reason why there's a lot of homeless people is because there is free will. At the end of the day, you give people too much freedom, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want. Especially if they have shitty parents, and like they grew up in a shitty environment. Of course, they're just gonna tumble down the worst the worst door and keep going through there, and you have free will. No one's gonna correct you. No one's gonna do nothing. You know, so you just end up like that. You know, so I feel bad, and I feel really bad. I wish there's something that I could do. I just pray, because I be feeling so bad, because I don't like when they come walking towards me and I feel like I gotta go around them. I be feeling so bad doing that, but I'm like, they might just sock me out.
Hey.
You don't know. They might just sock me out. I see too many stories of them just like throwing shit at people. And oh, also too, I was working at a dispensary that had just opened down the street from the Comedy Store. It was on that strip.
Mm-hmm.
And when I pulled up, it was like 10 a.m. It was still the morning time, and the security guards are standing outside the door with their hands on their hips and they're like, and I'm like, what is going on? And I look out there, and there's this homeless guy. Of course, he's mentally ill. His shirt is off. His shorts are ripped up. He's a little dirty, but he has this whip with him. And he's talking crap, and he's just whipping it. And he's coming close to the security guards, and the security guards are like bucking up. Like they was ready to take him out.
Was it Indiana Crack Bones?
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, that's
he's
what,
looking
that's
for
what
the
you want to call
crystals.
him.
He's like, where's the crystal at?
It was wild. It was wild. Oh, and then, yeah, actually, your theory could be right, because the police were called, and right when the police were coming, he saw them, and he ran across the street, jumped over the wall into the motels, jumped over the rails into the motel, ran upstairs, and he was gone.
Tweaker parkour, he just scaled the walls and shit.
They really are talented, and I need more of them to understand that. I need more of them to understand how talented they are. And
for my wife's birthday, we went to some hip hop museum in Hollywood, and we were walking around because we killed time. We got there early, and then we were walking around. And there's literally just people just shitting on the ground, like human shit on the ground.
Oh my
and
God,
then like
I'll throw up
all
on
the
this
all the
microphone right
all
now
the
if you
homeless
say that.
encampments on the street. Like you can't even walk the streets because they have all their tents, like full on houses out there. They got little setups with TVs, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like they got a whole TV. Where are you getting power from? And then we finally went back to in front of the museum before we went to go inside, and this homeless lady came and sat on the bus, like where the bus stop is, and she was just shooting up right there and just left her needle on the bus stop. And my wife is white, right? She's like, pick it up and throw it away. I'm like, I am not touching that fucking thing. She is not from the ghetto. Like, she does not know, you know? So she's like, just pick it up and throw it away. I'm like, you want me to pick up a crack needle and throw it away? Fuck you. Like, I'm not touching that. Leave it. Like, no. The city worker can come clean that shit up. But, yeah.
Yeah, when I worked at the gas station, we had to wear these gloves, and not the rubber gloves. We had to wear these hard gloves, because when we took out the trashes in the middle, there was needles.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and so we had to make sure that it wouldn't poke us, so we would have to wear
like
those
the public
really
trash
thick.
outside, like where the gas
The public trash outside and the trash inside the restroom. A lot of people that I knew at the gas station that I worked at would go into the restroom and shoot up also. I remember my coworker had walked in on this one guy, and he was just like shooting himself up in the neck.
Ooh.
It was crazy. A lot of them would, and I remember there was this big van, and there was this couple in there, and it was like shitty, bunch of junk in there, random things, and they
Porters?
would just park there, and you would see all the crackheads come, because I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many of them
selling
here.
crack out of their vans?
And I would just watch the parking lot, because where the gas station was a plaza. We were connected to a McDonald's. Made it even worse. That's crackhead dream. They love McDonald's because you can't really kick them out, you know? And then there was a Food for Less, a Target. So it's a really big parking lot. So you could get away with a lot there. And their van would just park there, and then all the crackheads would come buy from them. They would go into the restroom together as a group, and they would just shoot up. I used to always chase them out. I used to always like bang on the doors, like, get the fuck out. I used to make it so uncomfortable for them. Like, you ain't gonna be high and peaceful in this bitch. Not while I'm working.
I worked at Denny's fresh out of high school as a little bus boy. I worked the graveyard shift. It was like 10 at night till 6 in the morning in Pomona, ghetto as fuck.
Oh.
And people would come in.
I love me some Pomona though. Don't get me wrong.
We would have prostitutes come through, and like you said, homeless people. They just come in, like order like a water or a coffee, and then just basically sleep there, right? We would get prostitutes come in. You could tell, like they got the fake wigs, mini skirts, no underwear. Like
Ew.
I'd have to clean tables, right? So I'd be like cleaning tables, and then like
They're
they'd be
bending over.
no, they'd be sitting there
Yoo-hoo.
with their legs open like dudes with no underwear on, just airing that bitch out.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, yeah. So I dealt with so many drunks. Like I had to clean the women's restroom, right? They had the tampon thing where you guys do it. They called it the cookie jar. They're like, yeah, you have to clean this out. I'm like, I had never once ever fucking touched that thing. One time I was cleaning the restroom, and I put the sign up, don't come in, right? And then some fucking drunk lady comes barging in. She's like, I need to go to the restroom. I'm like, just hold on, let me get out. She like kicked down the stall door and just sat down and started going. And I was like,
Ew.
I had to get the fuck out of there. I was like, man,
Ew.
I literally I hated that job so bad. Like I said, we're supposed to get tipped out from the waitresses, right? They're supposed to, you bust their tables, they tip you out, right? Never once got tipped out. These fucking bitches, they would always have sad sob stories like, oh, well, my husband's not working, and then and then never tipped me out. And then I finally had this one chick who came from another store to help out. She tipped me like $40 because it was a good night. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, wait, your waitresses don't tip you out? I was like, no, like, this is my first $40. Like, I was so happy.
Oh my god.
These girls were just getting. I was young. I was like 18, fresh out of high school, and they were just.
Was
getting,
it the señoras?
Yes.
They used to not beat the shit out of me in real life.
I've
at
heard
McDonald's,
about
but they used to
them.
give me a hard time at McDonald's.
I've heard about this. I heard some stories. Some girl was going to school to be a hairstylist, and there was a lot of those in there, and they're rude, like they're bitter or some shit, like. Explain your story. What happened with you?
Well, when I worked at McDonald's, they hated me because I didn't know Spanish.
Hey, I don't know Spanish
I'm
either. No hablo
sorry.
español. Hey, I thought you knew
so
Spanish.
Sorry, no, and I have to learn because people are gonna come after me. I really want to learn. I want to learn. Don't get me wrong, and I'm gonna look into.
I know shit talk Spanish. Like I could tell when they're talking shit about me.
I don't like that. I don't know Spanish. Do
You can't-
you doesn't bother you that you don't know Spanish?
You can tell when someone's talking shit. I know the key words, but yes.
I can tell when someone's talking shit because I've been around Spanish-speaking Mexicans, so I can catch on to things they're saying, but I can't say it back.
I have an opening bit about not speaking Spanish and people shitting on me. Like, see, like if you're a Mexican American and you don't speak Spanish, like legit Mexicans, they shit on you. They talk shit on you. They look down on you. I have a bit about this. It's a true story, but anyways, come watch me live one day. Anyways, I have a bit about just people like I said, authentic Mexicans shitting on me. Like they automatically think I'm Indian or Arabic because I don't speak Spanish. I'm like, fuck you, like. We're third generation American, like my grandpa was 2 months old when he came here. My grandma was born here. So my great grandparents are from the old country, but my grandpa he moved when he was 2 months old, went to Oklahoma. He's a farm boy. Then he fought in the World War II and he became a citizen. My grandma was born in Claremont, straight up. Just she's from here. So their parents maybe, but we've been here since the 1800s, so I don't fucking speak Spanish,
I don't even know how long my family has been here. To be honest, I asked my mom, and she's like, I don't know
what's
either.
What's your ethnicity? Like, what's your dad and your mom?
My Mexican. They honestly don't even know because
Do they
they've been
speak
here.
Spanish?
No.
See, my dad is full blood Mexican. And he didn't speak Spanish. He's passed away. Rest in peace, Dad. Love you. Anyways, he never spoke Spanish. People always ask me like, how the fuck.
Wait, your dad died? You said?
Both my parents passed away.
Oh my god. Okay, my dad died too.
Twinning. Anyways,
Dad club.
love you, Dad. But anyways, he didn't speak Spanish. Like I said, I have a bit about this. I'm like, my grandparents only spoke Spanish to each other. Like they chill in the kitchen, be talking, and as soon as you walk in, they just look at you like okay, so I've just stopped talking. Like I don't know what it is.
My
but
mom's parents were like that too.
Well, think about it. Like
that's how she didn't know. But also they said that because when they first came here,
nobody spoke Spanish.
They had to Americanize themselves in order to get jobs because nobody wanted to employ you if you obviously you were an immigrant because they were racist. So they even had to change their names. My grandpa's name was Jerome, and we had to call him Jerry. Like that, they made him Jerry because white people are not going to say Jerome.
Yeah.
And at the time, white people were the ones who had all the jobs.
My grandpa's name was Jesus, and they just called him Jesse. But yeah, my grandma told me she was from Claremont, right? Born and raised, right? They were like one of the few Mexicans growing up there in a white neighborhood. So like, yeah, I understand why she didn't teach her kids Spanish because nobody spoke Spanish. This was like, what, the 60s or 70s, like when she had kids, Well, actually, maybe the late 50s, early 60s. I don't know if my family is, but anyways, it's now like maybe the 80s, 90s it started becoming more bilingual. Everything's more accessible. Like back then, like you said, you were shunned upon if you didn't fucking know. So yeah, I don't speak Spanish. Fuck it, whatever. I have a good bit about it. So yeah.
I want to learn. So if any of you guys are watching this and have any resources on how I can learn or the
With
best
Rosetta
thing I
Stone.
can learn, I think about that, but I haven't heard any feedback from
What
it.
about Dora?
I already know like the basics, like hola, me llamo Stevona.
Hey, my wife, she took Spanish in high school, so she knows some Spanish, and
Es
like
mi primo Sony.
sometimes she'll like have to translate. Like we were every time, like I said, they automatically assume you're Mexican, right? So they start talking to Spanish. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
I just feel like I'm letting them down.
Like at work, we have like they hire some paisas straight up, and then they don't speak a lick of fucking English, right? And they come up to me and they start asking me shit. I'm like, oh, no hablo español. There's this one dude I've told him like several times, I don't speak Spanish, like, and he still talks to me. So now I just nod my head and smile at him, like I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, like.
I feel like I let them down. I'm like mi
But-
español no bueno.
Okay, but like I said, there's one thing I don't know English. I mean, I don't know Spanish, but like you don't know English, like come on, then I guess we're stalemate, you know, like.
Yeah, but I'm gonna learn. It's gonna be on my goal list.
How old are you?
I'm
Oh.
29.
Hey, shout out, her birthday's coming up.
Yes, my birthday is coming up. It's on October 13th. We're celebrating it this Friday, but you said the episode is not going to be out, right?
I don't know, maybe we can flip it out.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I can drop details on it too because it's also going to be a surprise. But if it's going to come out later, I mean, like, I could tell people.
Well, I was supposed to have another episode come out this week, but maybe I can, for your birthday, I can edit this and have it out tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
Hey.
I mean, really, you said he told me don't get up to use the restroom. Don't smoke nothing. Don't say the N word. Don't say no bad words because you had to edit all that stuff and I want to do
Hey,
that.
like I said, listen,
okay.
make it easier on me, right? I'm new. We're still learning. We're new podcast.
And now he's like, I just might edit it. You ain't going to have nothing to edit, my boy.
Okay, we're good. Like I said,
That's why you said that.
we had one episode I had to edit the fuck out of it, and it was frustrating. But
And he ruined it for all of us.
I'm saying I'm new to this. I have a new software I'm trying to learn. But yeah, thank you for coming. Like we're new. You took your time out of your day to come out here. I'm like, thank you.
I love being on podcasts because I just love to talk shit.
Hey, you're low key the most famous comic I've had on this podcast so far.
Oh my god.
You've been on Kill Tony. Who are the biggest comics you've been with? Like you've performed with? I know you just did Paul Rodriguez, right? Recently,
I did
was
Paul
he there?
Rodriguez at the Hollywood.
Was he there?
He wasn't at the Laugh Factory. For the Spanglish shows, he was in them a lot in the beginning, and I think he was doing that to help bring them up so people can start coming to them and get familiar with them. But then they started noticing that little by little he stopped coming, and so people just stopped coming. So now it's up to like the comedians to bring.
So it's
people
like fraudulent. They put his name on it and he's not there.
Yeah.
What? Then
And
why?
I mean, if you look at the promo picture, they're always putting this picture of him from like 20 years ago. Like he definitely.
I saw
does
him like a
not
year
look
ago. He's pretty funny. Me and my brother went
He's
to go see him.
hilarious and talented. And when I seen him, I was like, my
Hey,
jaw dropped.
October 13th, right? He has a new movie coming out. He has I think it's gonna be in theaters. It's like it's some like religious movie I don't know what it is, but he has a new comedy coming out.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
I forget what it's called. It has a religious aspect to it, but Felipe Esparza's in there.
Oh, is it
And-
comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy. It's something
I don't really like when they make fun of Jesus. It's funny, but
no, they're not making fun of Jesus.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like there's a religious aspect to it. Like he has to like help out the church. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't remember.
I mean, I'm gonna laugh anyways if it's about Jesus. But
But Felipe Esparza plays a crackhead in that. You know Felipe Esparza, right?
yeah,
He's the very first comic I ever saw live, like 10 years ago. I went to go see him live. Fucking hilarious. One of my favorite comics. But he plays a crackhead, and then just seeing him act as a crackhead and knowing he used to be a crackhead, like a lot of his bits, he talks about doing crack and shit or cocaine or whatever the fuck he was on. But I just saw a little quick clip of him, and that sold me. I'm like, fuck, I want to go see this. But I forget what it's called. It's some type of religious shit. I think he goes to work with the church or something. Like, he has to do something in church.
Oh, actually, I think I have seen you talk. I mean, I've seen you talk about that. I've seen that in the movies. I've seen that somewhere.
It's new. They just released a trailer not too long ago, but it's coming out on the 13th for sure.
Oh, I gotta check that out. That's actually really funny.
So, who are the
Hopefully, I can remember.
who are the biggest
We'll talk
comics you performed with?
Paul Rodriguez. I did share a stage with him in the Hollywood Laugh Factory when I first got booked for Spanglish. I can't really remember anyone, honestly. I know there's a lot of people that I performed with that are really viral on like social media.
Like the other day, I went to watch some friends perform, and I did a pop in there, and Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks, he does comedy. he was there, and I was starstruck because I was like, he's one of my favorite like child actors. You know, like I don't know if you've ever seen Mighty Ducks, Heavyweights.
Mhm.
I was a fat kid growing up, so Heavyweights was a great fucking movie. Like,
Sonny says he wants to go to fat camp. Actually, he was talking about that in the truck. I swear.
hey, Sonny, I don't know if it's still available, but on MTV had a whole series about fat camp, like in the
It would
early
have been
2000s.
sick for him to be on.
Hey, in the early 2000s, maybe like 04, 06, they had a MTV, like it was kind of like True Life, but it was fat camp. But there was a few seasons. Great fucking show to watch. I think you can watch on their website.
I actually think that it was maybe a little bit before my time, but I think I remember seeing that on like the throwbacks.
Yeah. What year did you graduate?
2012. I used to watch from MTV. I used to watch Made.
Yeah, Made was cool. They used to have this other thing too, where like if you were like a super fan of a band, they would let you come and re-perform a music video. Like Blink-182, you can go recreate the music video.
Oh wow!
And you could be in the band, and then you're the guy in the band. Like, I had a friend who they did Sum 41 in Pomona,
Mm-hmm.
and he went out there to go watch them recreate. I forget what it was called.
He got picked to film for MTV.
No, he was just there, and then he ended up getting a modeling contract after that. Like, he was like tall white dude.
Where is he now?
I don't fucking know, but
That's crazy.
in high
What
school, he was
good
a model.
story.
He was in high school as a model. He
He's
went
like Hollister boy,
yeah, no, like he was like a grunge like punker dude, tattoos.
like Pete Wentz.
Yeah, but they would when
Pete Wentz was so hot, and I just found out he's gay. He was gay.
You just found out? You didn't see his eyeliner? His eyeliner was thicker than yours.
I just thought he was feminine.
He was like the head of the band, but
hot.
he wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, the singer was the shit, but he took the fucking lead. You know, maybe because he was out there doing the Diddy thing. You know,
He was hot.
He did the Diddy thing. I think he might be friends with Diddy. You know.
No, I think it's because he was hot.
hey, that's what the producers said. They're like, oh, look at that boy right there.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole Diddy thing? This is what I heard. Rich dude buys prostitutes and has orgies. Wow, nothing new. It's been going around forever. It's still going on now.
I'm like, I don't even really want to get into it because it's something that I'm so passionate about. I just don't really like the elites.
Exactly.
Really successful people like P. Diddy.
Well, he's been like that forever. Like,
have so much
Dave Chappelle made
access
fun
to
of him on his show.
everything. You have access to everything. Nobody tells you no. You can sway people. You can pay people off. And I think that people like him abuse power. And I'm not surprised that he did that. I don't know why I guess I see why everybody else is. But I hope that this is the start of all the other elites that worked with him taking him down. I really hope it is because Hollywood can be a very toxic place. And it's not, again, like we were saying with LA, it's very glamorized and it's not what you think it is. Although you do have to come here to make your dreams come true. Remember that a lot of people that are making their dreams come true, they had to do a lot of dirty shit to get there. Some of them had to do a lot of things they weren't proud of to get there, no matter how small or how big it is.
I will not sell my soul. I'm good. Hey, you're a female, so I feel for you. Like, don't ever fall for no bullshit, you know?
Are you showing me something, Dustin? What is that? I can't see I need my glasses.
It's the Illuminati.
Oh, I think I haven't really looked into that, but I think I'm into that. I'm not into that, but I believe it. Wait,
anyway,
what is he saying?
He's the Illuminati.
I believe he's a part of it. And like I said, I pray that the rest of Hollywood gets taken down. And yeah, they're the reasons. They're a lot of the reasons why the world is the way it is, because a lot of companies, corporations, and politicians pay them to say something, and they purposely make them like idols so that young kids can get swayed by them.
Yeah, false idols. Yeah.
And there's a reason why our world is today. It is because we put them up front.
This generation right now is like the worst
for everybody to see.
This new generation, like my kids' age, it's the worst for idolizing false idols, like YouTube people, TikTok people. Like, that's not real. I can't
blame them though, because I was idolizing Tila Tequila.
Hey,
I was like, I ain't trying to fuck you, man.
Have you seen what happened to her? Yes. She's a train wreck. Like, she was like doing porn, and then she got caught doing like saying racist shit. Like, they had her on film. Like, the cops came to her house and she was like doing domestic violence to whoever. Like she's like
Yes.
off the rails now.
Again, that is another example of like you see something that looks so perfect and it looks shiny and it looks idolized. It looks like, yeah, I'm a fun cute girl just like fucking everybody, you know, making a lot of money, living my
MySpace.
life, traveling, famous as fuck. But it's like, now look
Someone's
at
calling
her.
you. Is it your mom?
Oh, it's Daisy.
You can answer if you want.
No, I don't want to.
Hi Daisy. Daisy rocks XX. What's your Instagram?
Stevona Delgado.
No, Daisy's.
Daisy rocks
Shout
comedy.
out Daisy Rock. She's
Daisy
nice.
rocks with 2X.
I've met her a few times. I haven't seen her in a while, but shout out to her.
Yes, we're actually celebrating her birthday as well
So
on
it's
the
a
Friday.
double birthday.
Yes, because her birthday was yesterday on Monday. So happy late birthday to Daisy as well. We gotta give her flowers because she's my friend.
Happy birthday, Daisy. She's funny as fuck. I like her. She does bits about like her sons like jaying off. Like,
She's very real.
and then her son's about the age of my daughter. Like I think he's like 15, 16 or whatever. My daughter's about to be 16, so yeah. I just went to my very first quinceañera the other day.
I cannot imagine having a kid these days. Like a teenager too, because
I have a 15-year-old.
they
and a
have
5-year-old.
social media at a very
she's
young
a good
age.
she's a good girl. She's fine. Like she's a nerd. She's really into school. I don't have to worry about her, so I'm fine.
I hope I get a kid like that.
Both my daughters are smart. They're fucking super smart. My 5-year-old's like excelling. My oldest is in
I need a
AP
daughter that's
classes.
like into anime so that she don't do nothing crazy.
My daughter she's really into like emo stuff now. Like she's emo as fuck now. Like I like to wear bands. I'm into metal, rock, blah blah. My daughter likes to wear my clothes. Like I'll pick her from school and she's legit wearing my outfit. Like she's wearing my t-shirt because like you know Billie Eilish wears big baggy shirts, and it's cool.
Oh, your daughter might be bi.
She is. Shout out. Hey, I didn't want to bring this up, but fuck it, whatever. You know what's funny? She came out when she was like 12, like in 6th grade. Like she likes girls, and then
Oh wow,
She came out
she felt
young.
really comfortable with you guys
Hey.
to say that. So shout out her and shout out you
listen,
guys.
she was
'cause-
worried about it. She's like, Dad, like she didn't worry about me. I'm like, why do I care? You mean to tell me I don't have to worry? She told me she liked girls, so I was like, wait, I don't have to worry about no little fuck boys, no Edgars knocking on my door looking for you. Like that's music to my ears, right? She went through that phase where she liked girls through junior high, and then the high school comes around. Now she likes boys. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I allowed you to be gay in my house, and then and now
Yes, honestly, being gay would not have flew in my household.
I don't.
And
I don't care.
I don't want to say I'm proud, but I'm like honestly good thing because I don't like.
Exactly. I don't
like girls, so it saved me a lot of like experience,
But check
weird
it out.
experiences that I.
Now she's
don't
starting to
like
crush over
thinking
boys. I'm
about.
like, wait, now she's starting to realize how women really are, huh? Like she's like, fuck these bitches, you know. But she liked girls, and then girls that weren't. I'm like, and I told my daughter, I'm like, listen, maybe because you're gay or you're comfortable around us coming out, maybe they're not, you know. So you're gonna have to struggle through junior and high school because a lot of kids are not accepted. You know, maybe when you're in college or whatever, it'd be more acceptable. But right now, their parents might shun them or whatever. You know, like she liked a girl and she told her I like you, blah blah, and she's like, nah. And then they stopped talking, and I felt bad for her. I'm like, you know, that's women. You know, you like a girl, she don't like you back.
Or maybe
you
she
know?
wasn't. Was she also swinging
no,
that way?
No, she was straight. But that's what I tried to explain to her. I was like,
That's why.
even if she was bi, maybe she just can't come out because her family will, you know, because she was like a farm girl. So maybe they're like Trumpers, you know, whatever, you know. But I told her straight up, I'm like, you're gonna have to wait till college before you can really, you know, experience whatever. Because right now it's just still 2024. It may not be acceptable. Like she had a gay friend in junior high. He was a cool kid. We loved him. And he had a lot of emotional problems because his family, like, they're all super sports stars. Like, all his brothers were all, like, and he was gay. And then he had a lot of, like, he would open up to us about stuff that happened at his house. And I told my daughter, like, listen, you don't understand is that just because you're accepted here, he's not accepted there, you know? So just, like, give him a break. Like, because they fought a lot and shit like that. So I told her, like, you know, just let it go, you know? Like, if he's having issues, let him have it, you know? Because he might not have the freedom to say and be however he wants.
That's so
you know?
true.
So I told him, just because you're accepted here, I told her, I don't care whatever you do with your life. I don't even want to hear about my kids' preferences to begin with. You know, like you're
Yeah.
my baby. I don't care. You know, but like I told her, eventually you're gonna grow. You're gonna grow up. You're gonna experience whatever you want. You know, that's fine. But right now, it's still not completely socially acceptable, even though it's normalized. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, next generation it'll be like super normalized, you know.
But like I said, but
Like super, super
I think she
normalized.
betrayed
It's already
me
pretty normalized right
because
now.
she's starting to like boys now more. And I haven't heard her talk about a girl in a while.
Look, for a lot of people, it really is just a phase. And that's why a lot of people are against talking about
Yeah.
the LGBTQ with like kids and stuff is because
Yeah.
a lot of people know that it is just a phase. For some it's not though. For some they really are gay, and that's why LGBTQ feels like they need to talk about it, because there are those kids that are suffering. But it's like a fight with both of them. It's
Even
a
her-
fight with both of them.
Even her, like,
it's hard because they're both,
she
and
loves-
I get both. I get both.
Yeah, she
you know?
loves gays, but she's like, it's gotten too extreme now. Like where like movies and TV, everything has to be gay. Everything has to be gay.
Yeah,
And she's
I
like-
love the gays, but yeah, I'm noticing. I'm
She
like,
even
why
she
they
said
gotta
it.
be gay and everything. Like
She's a part of the community, and she even said like, I'm tired of all this gay shit. Like, why does everything have to be gay? But then she has a new show come out. Oh, Dad, Heartstoppers come out, my gay show. And I'm like, I thought you were tired of this shit. What happened?
no, yeah, because it's just because I feel like in most movies now when they put it, it's like they're doing it just to make a statement and show you, hey, we got this in here to grab that like part of the group of people to like it. And you can tell that they're making that statement because when they're gay, they're just doing the most gay shit. Like, they're just, like, on each other 24/7. Or, like, they just be PDA, hella PDA. It's never just a chill relationship. They always got to be fucking on each other in
Did you
some
see
way.
that South Park episode where of they're making fun of Disney?
No, I don't watch South Park. I gotta watch South Park. I think you used to watch a lot of South Park, Sunny. My cousins used to watch South Park, and that's the only way that I would watch it. But no, I
didn't know he was listening. He has headphones on.
Yes, he has headphones on. Thank you, Dustin. That was really nice of you.
Anyways, the episode of South Park where it's like Cartman plays like the director of Disney, and they're like, okay, we got a new movie coming out. Is there a gay character? He's like,
Wait, is it still running? South Park is still going?
They do like movie episodes now. It's like a 1 hour
okay.
special on Paramount or whatever. I don't know their whole situation.
Oh wow! Okay, I would love to watch that.
But on Paramount,
I'm a fan.
on Paramount they have like maybe 6 or 7 1 hour episodes. Maybe it could be like a movie, I guess. But they had a Disney episode where they're making fun of how they just forcing too much. It's just become too much.
Oh my gosh! Okay, now that makes me feel better about myself, because I'm like, I don't want to come off as a hater because I love it. I love them, and I think that it should be shown. But it's just like, okay, bitch. Like I think I was watching the Chucky 2 movie or the Chucky 3 movie, and like when the kids was gay, and I was like, what? I don't need a,
that's the new show.
That's Chucky. Like,
I was literally just watching that before you guys got here. I was watching Cult of Chucky, and there's a part of the scene where she's in the psych ward, and then like the warden guy's in there, or whatever you call them, those people that take care of him. He was like talking to her, and then he's like, "Yeah, well, my husband." Like out of nowhere, like it had no need for that in there at all. Like you're just a random character. We don't need that. But anyways, like I said, it's just become too much where they're just forcing it down your throat. Like it's gonna become a problem where eventually, like legit gay people, like my daughter, is tired of hearing about that shit. Like, all right, cool, like.
Sometimes the gay people be talking about it too. They're like, all right, we fucking
Like-
get
like
it. Like, damn,
Jeffree
you don't gotta like represent us like that, and like
Like Jeffree Star said some shit like that.
just to make a statement and to get us to, the gays know when they're being used to just for business, and they catch on to that. They're not dumb. They're smart. they're smart.
Like Jeffree Star is, right? He's like the famous makeup artist. Like
Yes, actually I do. I don't know why I stalled so hard on that. I do know who
he
Jeffree
got
Star is.
controversy because he's like he got tired of like once like COVID happened, like the whole they them this that. He's like it's just people were bored, and then people hated on him for that.
I don't have any friends who prefer they them. I've had someone tell me they prefer. Oh no, actually there was one comic that was a they them, so it was okay. And I was hosting the show, so I was like, okay. But I don't really hang out with people who have me call they them, so I'm like, okay. It's like I haven't really experienced it, so I can't see. I don't know why I haven't experienced. Maybe I need to get out there more.
Have you
But I
seen
haven't really experienced anyone tell me to call them they them. It's either he, she, or she, he, and they're either.
Does your hairstylist ask your pronouns before they cut your hair?
No.
Have you seen those TikTok videos where the girl's like, "Hi, might I have permission to touch you?" Like you're at the barber or the stylist, they're gonna touch you, and then they're like, "What's your pronouns?" It's like, come on, man, you're just trying too hard,
But there are some people who like call me this, But it's like they attach themselves to an identity, and at the end of the day, we don't have an identity. That's why I don't give a fuck when people get my name wrong. I mean, I get upset when people get it wrong over and over, and I explained it to you already.
Stevona, right?
Yes. But if like you've gotten it wrong a few times and it takes you some time to say, I understand.
It's unique.
But I'm not gonna get pissed off because at the end of the day, my name is not even my fucking name.
Do
I
you-
know that sounds crazy, but
Do you have a nickname?
my family on my dad's side, whom nobody really knows about or hangs around because that's like a side of me that I keep private. They call me Peanut.
Hey, I call my youngest Meatball.
That's cute. There's a girl in Baddies named Meatball. Do you watch Baddies?
What the hell's Baddies?
Does your daughter watch Baddies?
No, what is that?
Have you heard of Bad Girls Club?
Yes.
It's like Bad Girls Club, but it's like
Are they just girls fighting at the house?
in the club.
What is this on the internet or
It's
is it
on
on?
Zeus Network. I posted a lot on my stories, and it's on an actual app. So like
So
their
it's an app?
titties be like popping out.
Hey,
it'd be crazy.
Justin, Google this real quick. I'm just kidding.
I'm surprised. Ask your daughter.
Ask
your daughter.
I'll ask my wife. My wife loves the Bad Girl Club. I used to watch it with her, and all it is just drunk fighting. Like,
so bad, but I love it. Can't stop watching it.
what is it called? Baddies?
Baddies.
Why don't you go on it?
No, I'm too old now. I'm 29. I'm gonna be.
You have to be 21?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me because I don't want people to see me in a low vibration like that. I don't want people to see me fight.
Look at that trash.
Because the thing is that in reality is if I go on it, I thought about it. I'm like, if they asked me to go on it, I don't know if I would do it. I don't know. I'm leaning towards no, but I want to say if I would or not because if they ask me, I might do it
Actually,
for a
real?
bag. They pay really good. They pay really good. Some
you
girl
think-
said she fought some girl on the show and they paid her $75,000
For injuries or for fighting?
for like putting on a little show for the TV.
So they encourage that, right?
They do encourage it at the end of the day. Like they don't really feed them. They give them alcohol all the
Then
time.
why do they pay
like,
them and then kick them out of the?
They don't kick them out.
I've seen Bad
They
Girls
stay
Club where they
there.
fight and then they escort
It's
them out.
not like it's not Bad Girls Club because that was on television.
Oh,
so
okay.
now they're on an app. This app actually Ray J owns it. It's called Zeus.
Oh, Ray J.
Ray J owns it, and if you know Natalie Nunn,
No.
okay, well, she's the OG Bad Girls Club. And
Oh yeah, she sounds familiar.
I run out. I run LA.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Big chin girl.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Fly. She's super fly, even though she had a big chin. Okay, I love that. I love that she has not got cosmetic surgery to fix
Wasn't
that.
some of those girls like dating celebrities? Like one of them dating Shaq, like one of the Bad Girls Club.
No, that was a girl from Flavor Flav.
Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Flavor of Love. By the way, she was fine.
Flavor
I had a crush
Flav.
on her. I'm not
her name
even
was
LGBT.
Hoops, right?
Yeah, I'm not even LGBTQ, but I had a crush on her when I was younger. I was like,
He's
dang,
like
she
9
got
feet tall, and
abs.
she's like 4 feet tall.
Yes, one of the girls on Bad Girls Club was dating Drake, though.
I remember there was a fat chick on Bad Girls Club, and she had this one scene where they kept waking her up, and then she had pots and pans. She's like, I can't sleep because of
I
y'all.
ain't get no sleep.
Y'all can't sleep because of me. I talked to her one time
Tanisha.
on I forget what it was. She like it was like maybe a TikTok a long time ago or something where she responded to me. I was like, holy shit, she talked to me.
What did
But
you tell her?
I don't remember. I just made a dumbass comment, and then she was like, she shit talked back to me, and I was like, oh fuck.
Well, if you can remember how Bad Girls Club is, I want you to think of that times 5 or times
So
10.
it's
because
an app.
It's crazy. It's an app. It's called Zeus. I will literally send you pictures of them fight. I'll show you videos once we're done. Like, isn't it crazy, Sunny? We be glued.
How did you find out about it?
Because I follow some of the girls from Bad Girls Club, so they were gonna remake it. Like the fan base was still alive. They stopped putting the shows on the television because the last season that they did, they got all these girls' stuff, their designer stuff, while they were out, and they threw them in the bathtub with mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard. They threw a lot of their designers in the pool. They threw all of their
That's fucked up.
everything you could think of, their makeup in the toilets. They trashed everything out. And those girls, the Claremont twins, they ended up suing.
I think I remember that. Were they black girls?
Yes.
And then they were like they had wings and they were trying to eat and they fucked them up and they didn't get to eat their food.
No, that was the twins, the Danny and Gabby.
Oh yeah,
They got beat up.
I just remember an episode where these girls they went and got food and they came home and then the girls beat their asses and then the one girl's fucked up and she was still eating her wings and her eyes all fucked up.
Oh, she's like, "Are we done now? Because I want to get. We have Chipotle. I want to eat it." Yeah, that should be lit. And I actually did audition for Bad Girls Club and I almost made it. Thank God I didn't.
Where was this gonna be at?
It was back in, I don't even know when it was. I was so young because I remember I auditioned because I had broke up with one of my boyfriends.
How do you audition? You have to go there and be like, I'm fucking blah blah blah.
I'm the baddest.
You just
no,
talk shit?
you just fill out a form online. I just Googled it. I filled out a form online. They asked me to fill out more questions about myself. I did. They wanted to meet me in person at Hooters in Hollywood. So I went with all my friends. I got my makeup professionally done. We went to Hooters. I didn't tell none of my family because I did not want my family to know unless I got on the show, because I knew my dad would be so disappointed in me. And their video, they're like interviewing people outside while they're waiting outside, and they interview me and a few other girls, whatever. I'm not thinking much of it. Then we go into the Hooters. We do a group interview. They end up, out of all the girls, they end up asking me to stay only. And so they made me meet with somebody else. They took my Polaroid picture, and then, like, that was it. I didn't really see them again after that. But they ended up posting the interviews. They didn't post all the interviews, mind you.
Like American Idol?
Yes, yeah. You know how they show people all the
like
time?
the ones that don't make it?
Yes, and that radio station didn't even have part in that, but they heard that Bad Girls Club was going down, so they went out there. And I forgot do you remember what the radio station name was? I can't remember.
Was it in LA?
It was in LA. I can't remember
they
the
have
radio
like
station.
102.7, 106.9.
It wasn't 102.7. It was almost like a Tom Likas. It was
Big Boys in the Neighborhood.
It wasn't Big Boys in the Neighborhood. It was something, but I know that a lot of people
K-Rock?
listen to it. No, close to K-Rock.
Is it Ryan Seacrest?
I'm going to have to Google it.
I only know of like 102.7, 99.1, KGGI.
Let
whatever.
me see if I can.
There's like 4 out there, right?
What ended up happening is that, so I didn't tell anyone. They asked me a question, and the whole reason I had auditioned is because I was pissed at my ex-boyfriend. And not that long ago, I ran into him at the club, and we got into it, and like he drew a drink on me, and I punched him in the face. Yeah, I punched him in the face first, and then he.
You should have filmed that for your interview.
It was so in the moment. It was so in the moment, but that was a few days before that, and then he got me kicked out the club, whatever. And then so when they interviewed me, they were like, "What's the craziest thing that happened?" I'm like, "I just got kicked out the club. Fuck my ex, whatever."
What year was this?
I can't remember. I was like 22. I'm 29 right now.
Too bad. If it was now, it would have been filmed
I
for
was
sure.
like 21. It would have been filmed.
Somebody would have been filming,
sure.
and that could have been your audition right there. Just submit that tape.
Yeah. And anyways, I wake up from text messages from him, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you auditioned for Bad Girls Club. You were talking about me on a radio show. Everybody's messaging me. Everybody recognizes me, and they
hit him up on MySpace.
They
like,
put it
fuck
on their Facebook thing, and they put my face as the first person. Like, they put up only 4 out of all the people that they had auditioned. They only put up 4 people, and me, I was the first person. I'm like, oh my gosh, there was a girl with like missing tooth, and she was like so aggressive. They could have put her, but they put me, and then my cousin ended up liking it,
Domestic
tagging
violence.
me in it. And once they tagged me in it on Facebook, you know how it shows everybody? It showed everybody. My family found out, and they were like, "You were trying out for Bad Girls Club, and you didn't even make it." And
Is that when you started comedy? How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy. I think I started comedy like on the 23rd or the 20 when I was like 23 or 24, maybe 23. And it's because I didn't make it on Bad Girls Club. So I was like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do now?"
So that was the turn point. Like, I guess I'm just gonna do stand-up comedy at the Chatterbox. Hey, good shit for you being hosting at the Chatterbox. It's pretty cool.
I'm surprised I actually did that.
How long you been hosting there?
Since last year.
Oh, so you're new?
Yeah.
I started doing comedy like a year and a half ago.
I'm not gonna be able to find it. I'm like, it's gonna fucking bother me. I can't remember. And you know what's gonna bother me
Hey,
is that I'm gonna remember it when I'm in the
them,
shower.
They fucked you over, so fuck them. They're not memorable, so yeah. Yeah, but I started comedy like a year and a half ago. Sorry, I fucked up. A year and a half ago, and
really?
Yeah. And
I feel like I'd seen you in there longer.
No, maybe I started in 2023. I'd met you there. Well, I didn't meet you there, but you were hosting. Like, I think that's where I kind of met you there. But I thought you had been hosting there a long time. So maybe when you were barely starting to host, because that was like a year and a half ago. So you were one of the first hosts at one of the mics. I went to Chatterbox, and I think the very first thing I filmed there, you were the host that night.
You filmed something?
I have some clips, like little clips. They're old on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, you kind of look like Josh.
Hey, I was there like a month.
So when you filmed me, when you were filming me, I probably thought it was him filming me.
No, I was filming me, and
Oh.
you were the host.
Oh,
I wasn't filming you like,
oh, okay.
oh.
I thought you like were putting a vlog together or something
No,
like
I
that.
filmed my set, and you were the host that night. Let's see. I think I have it on TikTok.
Yeah, find it.
I'll just show you at the end.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck.
This was. It's an old joke, but see, we'll see you at the end. Look.
Oh wow, I love that.
That might have been you when you first started. I don't know, but anyways, I love the Chatterbox. That place is so sick. Like they have the best crowds, but I've never been booked on the shows. Not yet. I'm not cool enough yet, but I love the mics there.
No, you have to go consistently in order to get booked there. Steve always like if you're not good off the bat, then he has to see you go and get better. And
he
get
told
better
me
and
I was
get better
good, so I guess I'm not off the bat.
No, probably not. Or he probably just has to like see you more. That's what it is.
I just make my way around. I go. Do you ever go to the Riverside shows?
Sometimes.
The Buddy System.
I haven't been to that yet. I think it's on Thursdays, right?
They have a new spot. It's like at a coffee shop, and it's like underground in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking sick. They have good crowds there, but shout out the Buddy System. I always shut them out, but
I heard that they have good mics. Yeah.
yeah. I go to the Claremont mic. I go to the Riverside. I go to. I just cycle around, so I don't. I try to make it out there enough, but
Well, you live in Fontana, so I understand.
kinda
If
far.
you want to drive to LA, it would be 2 hours, and you have kids.
yeah, exactly.
It really would be 2 hours, right? If you actually want to go hit the.
I have gone out there. I saw that night that I tried to leave, and it was like a crackhead passed out behind my car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to go home. Like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, you're like, I have a journey to hit right now.
It sucks because a lot of I go alone. Like, there's guys that I don't know about you, but you like travel with people. Like, I go alone to a lot of shit. So like,
I go alone too.
I'm so sick of driving. Like, I want to be
I'm
the
sick
passenger
of driving
princess.
I'm sick of driving too. That's why I hadn't gone to the Comedy Store in so long because I had my big ass Chevy Silverado 2004.
Burning gas in traffic.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And then I was so broke to like take care of maintenance on it because it was such a big car that it needed the most expensive shit all the time.
I remember one time your key wasn't working, and I commented, I was like, spray WD-40 or liquid wrench in the. You had like something wrong with your keys or some shit. Did you ever figure that out?
Yeah, it ended up working after I was talking shit about it on my Instagram story. So weird. A lot of things happened with that. I remember at the Comedy Store when I was going up. I missed. So what happens is if you miss the Comedy Store, you gotta keep going and you gotta go down this way and then come back up, and it sends you up this really steep hill. I don't know.
They're all crazy. Yeah, I know. They're all like that. Yeah.
Yes, and one time it was sprinkling, and I had called Sunny after because I was.
Were you sliding?
Shaking.
Were you sliding?
I could not get up the fucking hill. I was at a stop. We were all stopped there.
You didn't change it into like low gear or something?
I don't know what that is. What does that even mean?
Like on the truck has drive or.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change it down. It'll give it more power to go up hills.
I was not moving.
I don't know your truck, but
I mean, it's junked now. But I was like pressing on the gas all the way. The tires were moving. The smell was coming up. It was smoking, and it was so embarrassing because
was it the tires or the engine smoking?
It was the tire. It was the tires. It was the tires because I don't think the tires were able to grip onto the. Up to go up, and
That's
so like
scary.
the Audis are passing me, the BMWs are passing me. You know, we're in fucking Hollywood.
You can
The
change it
Jeep
to low
is
gear.
like, they're just piecing out. I know. Well, I mean, I don't know that now.
Whatever
Does
car you
this-
have now,
I have a
think
CRV.
it goes down one. Like it's like D3. I don't know. It depends on the car. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
was
meant for uphill.
fucking scared. I thought I was gonna roll back. I thought I was praying.
I used to do construction with my stepdad in LA when I was like 18. My first car was like a shitty 4-door Honda, manual shift, stick shift, right? And like you said, everything up there is 90-degree angle fucking streets.
Yeah.
And when you're driving in a stick shift, like it's a shitty Honda, right? So you're driving a stick shift, you have to go in certain gears, and it was like you said, struggling just to go up the fucking hill. Like I thought I was gonna blow my fucking engine out. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. That shit sucks out there.
And my body was like shaking, like shake. I had never been that. I hadn't been that scared.
Were
in a
you
long
like
time.
fishtailing? Was your shit sliding back and forth?
No, it
was
just wasn't moving.
Struggling to go. Like,
Yeah,
you should have rocked back and forth.
I was like, please. Oh my gosh! And then I remember I had to do it again, and I got new tires. They weren't brand new because brand new tires for that truck were like
Listen,
$700.
I don't care what tires you have,
I
brand
had
new
to
or
get
not.
used.
Brand new or not, in the rain, your tires are gonna fucking. I was in a freeway pile up in the rain.
But even
Scariest
when
shit
it
in my
was
life.
dry, it kind of struggled a little bit, but I got up. It like I felt it a little bit, but I got up. I was like, because I can't. I went up that hill again. I was like, fuck! I accidentally came up here. You can't turn around because it's like so steep and so narrow. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness!
I avoid the rain, and if it's raining, I won't even get on the freeway. Like
I know. I try not to as well because I mean, R.I.P. That's how the homie Nick Lanny passed away.
I was in a
I
freeway.
think.
I was
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
I was
so.
in a freeway pile up on the way to work one time. It was like 2020, just during COVID. I was driving to work, just like normal. It was fucking pouring ass rain, and the fucking just so much. It was so flooded that like I could feel my car hydroplaning, and I was like trying to stay.
Oh, that happened to me too.
I was trying to stay in the
was
middle. Like
crazy.
it's 4 a.m. There's nobody on the freeway. I'm like staying in the middle. Like okay, just you feel like you feel like like oh fuck, like it's skipping. Like oh fuck, like
Oh, you're just gliding, huh?
Yeah, you
I
feel it.
remember
It's
the
like-
first time that happened. I'm like, this doesn't
you-
feel right.
you-
I was just going straight, but
they
I'm like,
tell you not to
this don't
do
feel
anything,
right.
but like I'm feeling around. Like I'm just focused. Like just stay straight,
Me
stay
too.
straight.
I was like,
And then some dude had he was driving some other shitty car.
they could tell, huh? The cars can tell when you're doing that.
The newer cars they correct it now. The newer cars do.
But like, if someone hydroplanes in front of you, can you tell? Because I
No,
noticed that all
no,
the cars in back of me were like, they were
No,
they were not moving.
they were like probably driving cautious and you weren't.
Oh, maybe.
But see, I was driving cautious, and I guess some dude next to me, he spun out. He spun out and hit the wall in front of me, and I couldn't stop in time, and I hit him. Like he spun out, hit the wall.
My gosh.
I hit him.
See, and a lot of people don't have good tires, like me. They can afford them, like me.
No, like I said, it doesn't matter the tires or not, new or not. Like
Oh, really? New or not?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you hydroplane, you hydroplane. There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh,
But
no.
he spun out, hit
How
the wall.
sad.
Then I hit him.
Oh, fuck.
And then I didn't even brake because he just slammed in the wall in front of me, and I hit him.
Oh,
Boom.
shit.
And then I spun out, and I woke up, I kind of like dazed, and there was like the fucking
Oh, my God.
the airbag went off, and my hands burned from like the air, like because it shoots out like gunpowder, so my hands were like bubbled.
The airbag hit.
Yeah, it shoots out like it's like
I
it's
heard
like,
it could break your nose.
it didn't break my nose. I sit far back. I'm a big dude. So.
Oh, I'm up close, so I'm like,
But-
it's just gonna
But
pop
from
in my
holding
face.
on, it shoots out like an explosion, and I remember I had burns on my hands, and the seatbelt locked up, so I had like a big ass bruise all on my chest and my stomach, like the shape of the.
Oh my gosh, I'm so fucking scared right now.
So I said I hit him, and then I spun out, and I landed I ended up in the middle of the freeway. All the airbags went off in the car.
No.
So I couldn't see
Don't
shit.
tell me the rest, honestly.
Well,
'Cause
I'm alive.
It's
so
my
it's-
biggest fear is car.
Well,
I
listen,
haven't been in one, and I pray to
this-
God
this
every
might
day. I
save-
pray to God.
This might save your life. So look, listen.
Yes, tell me.
The airbags finally went out, and I could hear cars and trucks. I'm parallel in the freeway. I'm in the middle of the lanes. I ended up in the middle of the lanes, like sideways,
Oh shit.
and I could hear trucks, cars, just.
Oh
boom, boom,
shit.
boom. And the airbags are right there, right? And
oh shit.
I was
oh
like,
my gosh,
fuck.
I'm gonna
My
scream
car was
right now.
smoking, right? And I was like, holy fuck! Like I gotta get off the freeway. I can't. They're gonna hit me, just like I hit him. Like they're gonna hit me. Like, so I pushed the airbags down, and I just put on the gas, and the engine was done. It was totaled. Like it just slowly just putted off the freeway. I just went for it. I couldn't see shit. Smoke, fucking airbags. I just went parallel, and I finally made it to the side, and I turned the steering wheel, and I kept going because I knew the dude is crashed behind me. There's gonna be more accidents, like, because the dude, you couldn't see him. It's fucking 4 a.m. It's dark, so I just kept chugging till it finally stopped, and the car was smoking, and I thought, the car's on fire. So I tried to like open the door, but my door was slammed, like it was smashed. I couldn't open it, so I went to the passenger side, and I just hopped over the guardrail. So I called 911. They didn't answer. This is during COVID. I'm like, who the fuck?
Well, they're probably busy.
911 did not answer, and I was like, what the fuck? So
Fuck the 911.
So
I'm
I called him
kidding.
again,
I'm
and
just
then they
kidding.
finally answered. And I was like, yeah, I was just in a freeway accident, and this dude, he's still in the freeway. I got in my car. I pulled off to the side.
Because your car could blow up, right?
Yeah. So it was raining. It was raining. So the smoke was coming. Like it was,
Oh, fuck no. This is a scary story, dude.
it was in the rain. So like the smoke. I hopped out and I called the 911, and they finally, maybe like 20 minutes later, finally, the cops showed up. But more cars hit that car. Like
yeah, were they waiting with you?
Well, eventually everybody met up at the gas station down the street, but like 4 of the cars hit that car.
But why did that guy do that? He just hydroplaned?
He just spun out. Yeah, he hydroplaned, hit the
so
wall.
what happens is you just turn? You just
No,
turn?
he completely did like a 360, like spinning.
How does that happen if
'Cause-
you're just going straight?
Because the tread on the tire, like you skip, it's like you're floating on the freeway. He just maybe you're not supposed to turn the wheels.
Oh, and he turned his wheel.
He spun out and hit the wall. So
Oh yeah, because right when it works again, you're
yeah, he came right in front of me,
Oh,
so I couldn't avoid him. He just came right in
shit.
front of
Oh,
me, boom,
shit.
hit him. And then I spun out. I did the right thing. I pulled off the freeway. He left his car there, and then other cars just kept hitting him. It was a nightmare.
Oh, how old was he?
He was an older Mexican dude. I don't fucking
Oh,
know.
that sucks.
But it wasn't his car. I couldn't sue or nothing because it wasn't his car. He didn't have insurance. Blah blah blah. My lawyer was like, "You're not even. It's not worth your time. Just let it go." So I ended up having to pay my own hospital bills. And then they totaled my car. And then the car I have now is what so I had a car for about a year, and then it got totaled like right off the bat. But it was a fucking scary experience. But yeah.
Did you pray?
No, I'm not religious. but-
Oh my gosh,
No, but-
I would have been praying.
but-
That didn't make you want to believe?
I'm not gonna lie, but I cried after because I felt bad. Like on the way, because I drove. My wife picked me up, and we went to the hospital, and I cried just because like the reality hit me. Like I could have died, you know. And then I just immediately thought about my daughters. Like fuck, like at the time they're like 12 and 2. I'm like, I could be gone right now, you know. But thank God I survived. Thank you God. Like I said,
yeah.
my wife had a worse accident. She survived. She had a worse accident.
Oh my
but
gosh, no.
hers, she got hit by a
No.
semi. She was coming up from
No,
work.
a semi? Oh my gosh, no, you don't understand how much I don't like car accidents.
They ran a
Like,
red
I
light and
don't
they
like
hit
it.
her.
I rebuke that energy. We
Exactly.
rebuke that energy,
Hey,
Lord.
same.
We rebuke.
She's become religious now too. Everything's good now, but like, she went through worse than me. So what my experience is nothing compared to hers because she.
Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying.
she nearly lost her life. Like she was in a coma. She was in the hospital for like
No.
3 months, brain damage. Like it was all bad.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
gosh, I'm literally gonna start crying.
She's fine now. She's recovered. That's her right there. Look at the pictures of her. She's beautiful now. She's fine.
Okay.
I didn't mean this is supposed to be a comedy show, Stevona. Why are you crying? Why are you crying, eh?
No, like car accidents are my worst.
Trust
fear.
me,
Are my
listen.
like I pray while I'm on. Sometimes I'm like freaking out. And I'm like, oh,
Listen,
pray. I'm
you're
like,
least
"Please."
likely to die in a car accident. You know, but like I said, I survived. She survived. You know
I
what
just
mean?
don't even want to get hit because you know it also makes me cry. It's like the paperwork and then having to go back and forth
Hey,
with this.
trust me,
It's like,
When I got in
a
my
pain in the
accident,
ass.
a month later she got in her accident. So I'm still dealing with my.
no.
Literally, it happened with a month of apart. Like
This is so it's the saddest podcast I've ever fucking
I
been
was dealing
on.
with my car accident, and then that happened to her, and
the vibes are sad.
I kind of just put my accident to the side. Like I could have sued this dude
Oh.
and shit, but hers was way more severe. So, but it was way more severe, hospitals and shit. But everything's fine. Everything's fine. Look, we're thriving now. We have a beautiful house.
Oh yeah,
She's
you guys
fine.
got the house out of it. I'm
Beautif-
not out of it, but you guys got a house.
Beautiful
You guys
house.
have a
She's
house,
fine.
period.
She's healthy. She goes to church. She's helps out. She's fine. You know.
Okay, that makes me happy.
She
Thinking about
survived.
this, you know, you guys have this house. That makes me happy again.
But yeah, love you, Kayla.
I rebuke that. Yeah, you gotta watch out the way you manifest. If you manifest, I remember one time I manifested $16,000, and then my dad died, and that happened to be his life insurance money I got.
16 grand.
Yeah,
What'd you do with it? Hey, she's
I
legit crying. I didn't mean to bring. I didn't mean
that
to
was-
make you emotional.
Yeah, that made me really scared.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just sharing my experiences with you. So
Well, it moved me. It moved
Listen,
me.
I survived. She survived. You can
Okay.
survive. You know.
Yeah. You should write a book about that.
She could write a book about it.
You guys need to write a book together. You guys need to
No.
go on TED Talks after that. You guys are a power couple, man.
I guess that's what we're in couples therapy. I
You
guess.
guys need to go on tour.
No, but like I said, hers was way worse than mine. So mine is nothing compared to hers. But she's a survivor.
I'm glad she's okay.
She's strong. You got to meet her earlier before. She went,
Yes.
she's not here anymore. She went
And
back to
she's
work.
a mother.
As I said, like willpower. You know, the power to live. You know, like you have kids to go home to. So like I said, that when I got my accident, I thought of them immediately, and it made me break down. Like I could have.
That's why I'm scared to have kids too, because shit like that can happen. You know, you were just minding your business and something
Yeah.
happened, and it's like I don't want.
But
to
you
just
just
mind my
can't live in
business.
fear, you know, because like, you know, it's all around us. You know, you can't live like that. You just gotta live and just look forward. Don't think about the negative. You know.
I honestly feel like I don't even want to try. Like I don't even want to try.
But how great is your life?
just-
You're doing what you love. You're fucking.
But I have
thriving.
no choice though.
You have no choice. What do you mean?
I have no I have to do what I love. Like
You-
I
you
have
could-
to live. I can't like just take myself out. Like, that's not an option.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
but if I had a choice, I mean, to never know I existed would be amazing.
That's why I heard this
To
thing.
not even know that this experience was a thing might take myself up on that offer, you know, because like there I and it's, I hate saying this, but because yes, life is cool at the same time. You get to experience a lot. You get to be with people you love, and there's amazing things that go on. But it's like there's also really bad things, and I feel like the bad things hurt more, and I feel like they last longer.
Yeah, but life is crazy. Like, like I started comedy a year ago, right? And then I wouldn't know you. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know a lot of people. I kept to myself, and I went out and said, fuck it, I'm gonna go do comedy, do something, try something new. I tried something new, doing this podcast, getting to meet people. Life can just go up and down. Like I said, I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and
Yeah.
life can go up and down. You can't just fucking focus on one thing, Just do it, live your life because we only live once, right? So do what you love. Fuck what anybody says. Do what makes you happy, and then at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right?
It's hard to do what makes you happy when the government be on your ass for everything. Like, damn.
Exactly. Our property taxes just went up. I just got the check. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I really don't like. I would bring a kid into this world if like I knew it was just a straight uphill for them.
There's no up. Like I said, I have 2 daughters.
And
I
can't
worried
worry.
about them.
Yes,
I'm worried. I told my oldest daughter.
I worry for other people's kids too. Like I see it, and I'm like, oh, I hope the best for them, and I hope they don't come across any school shooters. I hope that they don't overdose trying new things. Like I hope that they don't get into freak accidents because they see social media doing it. Like I pray for the kids.
I told my daughter, you can stay as long as you want. I don't give a fuck. Just go to school. That's all I care about. You get out of high school, go to college. Stay in school. Like get a job, whatever. But like.
You'll always have a home.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not gonna push you out unless you start doing crack and we have to put you on the intervention or something. But no.
Yeah, those type of parents are amazing.
Like I said, it's my Mexican heritage that I'm the long lost Mexican in me. Like family's family. Like I went to my first quinceañera the other day. Shout out to my daughter's friend.
Hey.
I'd never been to a quinceañera before. It's fucking beautiful. Like seeing the dad with the daughter, like
it is
doing
right?
the dance, and I'm like, I kind of low key got teary eyed. I'm like, fuck, cause like,
you're like I want to do that. You guys should do that.
She's 15. She's
16.
Yeah, she's gonna have a sweet 16.
Y'all are Americanized anyway.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I told her. We're not that Mexican. We're not having no quinceañera. Did you have one?
No, I'm not Americanized either. But I went to all my neighbors.
So we went, and just the tradition was cool. Like it's really family oriented. Like
it is. It's beautiful.
Like her godparents
and getting like prayed over at the church and then partying after.
I didn't see that part. We went to the after party, but just the dance she did with her brothers.
Yeah.
They had the whatever, and then the dance with her dad, the dance with her mom,
and the
like,
grandpa. I think.
Yeah, the grandpa
right?
came. There was one. Yeah, it was just like I'm saying, it was beautiful, but like I don't know that culture that well, even though I should. But
We've got to get into it. I only know because a lot of my friends are into their culture.
My daughter got real
Thankful for
emotional. She started crying like it was a wedding or something. But it was beautiful though. It was a nice ceremony. Like I've never been to one before, so it was nice.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do something like that.
Well,
you and her,
yeah,
your wife.
She wants to have a sweet 16, but I think she wants to have a Rapunzel party. I was like, Rapunzel for
What's
your sweet?
that?
Rapunzel.
Oh, a theme.
Yeah, the Rapunzel theme. Last year she had a Jersey Shore party. Like
how fun.
Jersey Shore came back. Like he's a Jersey Shore fan back there.
Oh, I love Jersey Shore.
She had a Jersey Shore theme party here last year. And this year she wants to have Rapunzel. I'm like, how is Rapunzel Sweet 16? Whatever, that's your choice, whatever. But yeah.
That's tight.
So having kids is cool. Like I said, I've learned a lot from having kids.
But it's nice to know you say don't do it.
No, I'm saying for the future, like the way the economy is and shit like that. It's like, yeah, like I worry because
I'm worried about that.
Like I said, I'm not gonna be there forever for them. Like eventually they're gonna be on their own. That scares me.
I know. I'm like, shit, mom, please don't die. You're my lifeline right now.
Look at the cost of living now, the cost of food. Imagine 10 years from now, the cost of rent. I used to live in Upland in an apartment. If I were to go back there now, I couldn't afford to live there. And in the same apartment, the shit just goes up. It's crazy, like. So that's why I'm worried about my kids. Like, in 10, 15 years from now, like, what is rent gonna be? Like $7,000? Like.
But you also said that you want your daughter to get a job, and I really wish that my parents would have let me get a job. I used to tell my parents, like, oh, I want to get a job. I'm going to get a job. Even though low-key I didn't really want to do it, but I'd be like, I'm going to get a job. And then my parents would be like, no, you don't have to. Like, we want you to be a kid.
I only want her to get a job to benefit me. I want her to get a job at In-N-Out or the movie theaters.
No, you should. You should.
I want to get free in and out
You
or free
should.
movie tickets. So yeah.
You should. It teaches them at a young age because I didn't really learn about work ethic until after I graduated high school, and I feel like that slowed me down a lot because my parents were like, "We want you to focus on being a kid."
No,
And then when it was time to be a kid, I'm like, like done being a kid. I'm like, no, like no, we still
Trust
going.
me, time flies because my daughter's about to be 16. I'm like, she's a sophomore in high school. And I'm like, fuck, like, I was changing her diapers yesterday. Like now I have a youngest. She's starting kindergarten. I'm like, they're a 10-year gap. So I'm like, one's about to be an adult and the other one's just starting out. So like, it's cool because she's kind of like she looks up to her. Like, the only problem is that she has the teenage like the shit she says. My youngest repeats. So we get problems from the teacher. Your daughter said this. Your daughter said that.
Oh my gosh.
And we're like, oh, we have a high school student. Like, well, where did she hear that from? Like, oh, from her. Like,
What did she say?
like she say like,
I mean, a little example.
just
Nothing
I don't know
crazy.
there's slang, the skibbity toilet crap, whatever the fuck,
Skibbity toilet. I
whatever
don't know that one.
whatever is slang, Riz this. I don't know their
Okay,
slang,
Riz.
but she speaks my
Do
youngest.
they sing sexy red lyrics?
I don't know.
Like my baby Danny.
No.
Bow, bow, bow,
No,
bow,
but my
bow.
youngest repeats slang terms that her older sister does. And the teacher's like, well, she said this. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't speak like that. It's from her, So we constantly have to tell my oldest daughter, stop talking like that in front of her, Like, this new age
She's
slang.
thinking you're saying that shit at the house. Like, I got that Riz, girl.
It's funny because I start talking to my oldest daughter. I'm like, oh, yeah, Riz this, fire that. And then she's like, Dad, you sound lame. I'm like, exactly. You sound fucking lame. Like, this new generation.
I be saying crash out, though.
Well,
I'm gonna crash out.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I'm
I was like, what?
I'll be saying that one. I like that one. I feel like I've been saying that one, though.
Like the Riz thing, I told the other day I was driving from work and there was traffic, and I was like, man, I'm just trying to get home to the love of my life, and this traffic's slowing me down. My wife's like, huh? I was like, I was trying to Riz you, and she's like, oh well, it didn't work. I was like, you're old, you don't understand what Riz is.
I'm dead. I love that you guys have 2 kids and you guys have a nice house.
Thank you.
And you guys are married?
Yes.
I love that.
We've been together for like 18 years. It hasn't been the best.
18 years?
Since
Oh
high
my
school.
gosh.
It hasn't been the easiest. We had problems. We were separated for a while. Like,
So were you guys each other's first boyfriend, girlfriend?
no.
Oh, okay.
Well, like serious, maybe in high school.
Serious.
Like we've been together since high school. So
Okay. And because in high school, obviously, like, you're not fully mentally developed yet. Did you guys cheat on each other?
we broke up a lot. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So did you guys cheat on each other when you guys
Well,
were with each other? Or
I got
just to
with-
like get back at each other?
No, I got with other girls when we weren't together. And then
Dustin's nodding his head. How long has
Listen,
Dustin been in the picture?
I'm about to get in trouble now. This podcast just went to shit. She's gonna be like, "Fuck you."
Oh my gosh.
But like, listen,
I'm just so curious.
we
I'm
broke
sorry. I'm
up-
just so curious.
we
Girl.
broke up during high school, and I talked to other girls and shit, but just briefly. It wasn't like
Oh,
it wasn't,
okay. It wasn't like
weeks
you
or
guys
months.
knew of someone
Yeah.
specific, like, or you went through. Did you guys
No.
ever go through each other's phone and find?
she still to this day talks shit about the girls that I talked
Oh,
to.
okay.
We-
Yeah.
we-
She's like, there's gonna be beef forever. With my
Yeah.
man, shit. I understand, girl.
No, but like to this day, she'd be like, "That one bitch from high school." I'm like, "Well, it was a week or two I talked to her. Like, it was high school. Like, not every girl was just out there giving it up. Like we would, the talking stage. You talk to a girl, whatever. She was always on my back.
And you talked to everyone in high school, bro.
Well,
Like,
I was a fat kid in high school.
everyone.
I wasn't no king stud in high school. So like,
I know, I understand, but dude, when you're in love with your man, you just think everybody wanna like. You
Okay,
just
listen,
think everybody want
like,
your man.
it was high school. Like, it was not. You break up. Just like junior high school. You break up. You get together. It's never really serious.
Yeah.
But eventually, like, we got back together, and after high school, we had kids, and then it got serious. Like, I think junior high and high school relationships aren't real.
They're not.
It was a trial. Like we had our problems, but we worked it out. And then eventually we
They're
got back
really
together.
not, huh? You know that
They're not
that's
real.
So funny.
That's what I told my daughter. She's like, well, I want a boyfriend. I want a girlfriend,
They're
whatever.
not
I'm like, do you
real.
want to get your heart broken? Like, I don't want to hear you crying over this person because you're gonna be with someone for a couple weeks or a month or whatever, and then there's very rare like us that who.
I mean, my boyfriends were like 3+ years. I
In high
lasted.
school?
Yeah.
How many years did you go to high school? I'm just kidding.
Let me see. I had a boyfriend when I was in 8th grade. That's when I got my first boyfriend, and we stood in 9th, 10th. No, wait. We stood 9th and 10th, and then we broke up, and I got another boyfriend, and then 11th, 12th, And then I stood with him one more year after graduation. So that's 13, and then we broke up. Waited some time, got with someone else, and then that relationship was really short.
But see, I never had those type of. It was a couple
I was
weeks.
a lover girl.
I-
Libra things.
I've been with 3 girls in my life. One was like a year, the other one was like 6 months, 2 years, and then her. Like, yeah, we had our problems. We've been off and on.
That's nothing. A year is nothing. You probably don't even remember their names.
She remembers them. Still talk about it, but anyways, I love her. We have beautiful kids. I love her. Like I said, relationships are not easy. I don't give a fuck who you are. Life is always gonna try to tear you apart, try to bring shit, temptation. The devil is always trying to fuck with you, you know. But
yes, pray. I pray.
But like I said, we've
I
been
pray
together.
There's no temptation.
We've gone through a lot of
in
shit,
my relationship,
and we're still together now. So like, you know, it's worth fighting for, you know. So I love you, Kaylee.
And shout out Kaylee. And it's just not worth it to start all over with somebody else. Like, you guys already have all this, you know. You guys already have a house.
I'm just gonna if we don't work out, I'm just gonna buy strippers and prostitutes and die happy, you know.
Oh, that is not the way to go. That is not the way to live.
Hey, it is. It's peaceful.
No, it is not. It's demonic.
I guess I'm just fucking around. This is comedy. We're just having content here.
Sorry, I'm getting all defensive. I'm like, don't go down that route, friend. I wish anybody who goes down that route, peace, because that's what they need, and healing and abundance of love.
I'll buy a blow up doll and die happy. All right.
Do that, yeah. Do that, and then just try to look for the next wholesome woman. If Kaylee doesn't work out, but we're not even trying. We rebuke that energy. Rebuke Kaylee forever.
Exactly. Anyways, Dustin, what time are we at right now? Oh shit, I don't know. Sorry.
Dude, that was fast. What? Dustin, thanks. No help. He ain't even say nothing.
He's facing the opposite direction.
Okay, so anyways, you can show me. You could be like.
Anyways, Steph.
If y'all haven't seen Dustin, he's the real life Daryl Dixon. He's
She's making him blush right now. She told him Daryl Dixon's hot, and he's over there blushing.
I said a lot of women want him. I said a lot of ladies want him.
Anyways, let's wrap this up. Steph, go ahead and give a shout out to your birthday or whatever we got going on.
Shout out myself because I'm turning 30. I want to wish myself more abundance, more life, more knowledge. I want to give a shout out to Andy and Dustin and Sunny for accompanying me, and shout out to everybody watching. And I want to send, just positive vibes out. I want to wish abundance on everybody in this room today and everybody watching, and more life, more knowledge on everybody here and everybody watching too. And as Sunny says, may all of our enemies be crushed, smushed, demolished, and destroyed.
Tell us where to find you at.
You can find me on Instagram, Stevona Delgado. And you can find me on YouTube, Stevona's House. Subscribe. I haven't posted any videos lately, but I'm going to get back on it. So please subscribe.
Okay, talk about your party, because I'm going to try to get this done maybe the next day or so.
So my birthday is going to be Chatterbox, Covina, California. Just look up the Chatterbox bar. We're going to do a birthday roast with myself and Daisy. So if you guys have seen the Tom Brady roast on Netflix, it's going to be something similar to that. We're going to be on stage, and we're going to have the best of the best comedians come up and completely roast us, talk shit. And it's going to be a fun time. It's a free show, and my brother's going to DJ after, so we're going to dance.
What's his DJ name?
DJ Dre.
Shout out DJ Dre. Does he have a social media?
He don't really get on it like that.
Then we're not going to tag him.
He just do it as like a side thing. It's like a hobby for him. He's done it like all his life, but he's not trying to go like pro or nothing,
He's a DJ too.
Oh, sick.
DJ Doorstop. That's what he was telling you earlier.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. DJ
This guy's talented.
Doorstop.
He plays guitars, drums, DJs,
and he got
produces.
the mics to work.
Yeah, sorry, we're new. We're ghetto.
Are you more of a tech guy? Do you do handyman stuff?
Yes, he does it all.
That's why he has the wife.
That's why
he has.
I chose him
That's
to
why
be
he
my
has
producer.
a rich wife. She's not dumb.
I chose him to be my producer. Thank you, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, all right. Catch us next time. Good night, guys.
Good night. That's a wrap, folks.
Thank you for coming, Steph.
Oh.